Just say that.
The AngelicPoetess. I've been poisoned by you. The foul, intense awe of your core began to sicken me. What in the hell happened to you? I missed something, evidently. Your pride and greed, your soul so empty, all bundled up and kept away. What's wrong with me? My actions weighing impetuous, your devious disguise to complement the art of enjoyment, so here I am, off into the abyss of your deployment, out on sea designated to arrive in your rhapsody, my body restrained until your sexual lust, my soul screaming out in disgust, toxic inclination, my flesh claimed happiness. How did you get the best? Physical complexities bind in high degrees even after countless encounters of the truth. I endured further until the memory started haunting me. The reality handed down my epiphany. Toxic inclination, toxic waste burned this thin line between love and hate. You damaged my integrity, so I have to decline the invitation into your bed, into your sheets. You are a disease that infected me, some rare thing temporarily. See, the antidote was administered. No more toxic inclination. I was shaken. Hear me. I was shaken but never stirred. Translation, you absurd to ever think that I'm what you deserve. Toxic inclination. And as strong as my words, I'm leaving this shit for the birds.
And what I wanted to do, one of the aspects of the show was getting into current events. And one of the biggest current events that really was getting under my skin, getting on my nerves, hitting me from every angle I couldn't get away from, was the Casey Anthony case. I mean, it even hit home. I mean, while the case was going on, I was having to dodge Brenda filling me in with the latest details and things like that. I mean, it was just all over, creeping in and everything. So, to me, it's like, okay, what stands out on a universal scale to me is how much attention this case is being given and the quality, like the quality of attention, dark energy, good energy, you know what I'm saying, like that, given to the case. So, I kind of wanted to kind of like encapsulate this idea into a pros and cons thing. Like, okay, what does all the mean? Once the judge pretty much let the dogs be hearsay, I thought the case was a wrap. So to me, the most important thing about this whole entire event was, how is this media hype going to affect the people, and what effect vibe-wise it was going to have on the people? To me, that became the most important thing, because even if she was found guilty, I still think all the hype, what is this effect going to be on the people, became the most important thing. You know what I'm saying? So I came up with a list of pros and cons, and we'll go with the goods first, because the cons is a little bit more dramatic and makes for good TV, I think. All right, the pro. What is good about this case getting so much media hype? What is good for the people about this? The first thing I say is child safety awareness. There are mothers out there like Casey Anthony, bad mothers out there. I mean, you see cases of video on YouTube all the time, world star hip hop, the little crazy videos they show, like of mothers, black and white mothers, you know what I'm saying, just people. Young mothers that are irresponsible. And, you know, it kind of looked at as like comedy, like it's not taking it serious to me.
People. Like I said, people. It ain't just mothers, it's people. That's shouldn't be parents.
But to me,
or should get help if they know that they're not ready to be a parent. I mean, we got 13-year-olds, we have 11-year-old girls getting pregnant.
Get out of here.
11-year-old girl do
What?
not know how to take care of a...
You seen an 11-year-old girl?
Yes.
What?
I can't say no names, but I have a friend. She was 11 when she got pregnant. And she was raped, but she was 11.
And pregnant.
And pregnant.
She had a baby?
Yeah.
Wow. So you flip the child safety awareness and say parenting responsibility awareness.
Because being a parent is totally different. Anybody can be a parent. You can have a child, but as far as being ready or able or knowing what to do, as far as being taking care of that child, everybody doesn't have that. Some people, I mean, we say animal instincts, but some people don't have that instinct. Some people don't have it. I mean, it's just not there. Everybody's not ready to be a parent. Sometimes when, you know, I think maybe we should teach better, you know, but I mean, but what age is a child, what age would you think a child is ready to be a parent?
Yeah, because they came out with the breastfeeding down.
Yeah, you know,
yeah, so
what age do you actually know that your child, should you do it at? Toddler, you know, 5, 6, you know, when do you actually need to, you know?
That's another topic. I think it definitely should be done earlier, because we grow up as adults thinking sexuality is almost evil, because we wait so long to teach the kids about it. And it's a natural thing. It's not an evil thing. So I think it should definitely be taught earlier. I think there's got to be a certain responsibility about that. But I want to move on, because we got I think another good thing is the compassion for Kaylee. You know what I'm saying? To have compassion for Kaylee. Okay, so I have a friend on Facebook, right? She was very emotional about this, and she's a mother, and she was like, my baby and my mother, and the tone to me was like, okay, you kind of struggling with this, you kind of getting angry about this, and the energy is brought up simply because it's the media hype. So really, don't get all caught up in the hype. But then she kind of brought up a point like, well, we can still have compassion for Kaylee. And I kind of was like, you can't argue with that, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it did kind of bring a certain compassion to the people. Those are the pros.
I mean, because that's my only thing about the whole thing, is that this little girl her life was snuffed out before she really had a life.
Right.
You know, so after the fact that the grandmother called the police and they said that this little girl was missing or whatever and hadn't been seen, then they got other people involved as far as the grandparents did, which, you know, okay, they're the grandparents, they're supposed to, but the whole town came together and everybody started to search for this little girl. It took them, I guess, 6 months before they literally found the little girl's body. But everybody in the community, people who heard about it on the news or whatever, people were coming from out of town to help with the search. You know, people really wanted to find her alive.
All right. The cons, and I'm kind of gonna try to speed through this, but I definitely still want. You got 2 cents. In a long-term kind of a thing, but not too long, it can cause, and it has caused, resentment to the justice system. You know what I'm saying? And when people resent the justice system, to me, first thing I'm thinking of is crime increase, or just people not having faith so much that they don't have respect for law enforcement. You know what I'm saying? And these things is destabilizing factors in a society amongst the people. So then we got mothers that's actually, like you said, is not equipped for that. You know what I'm saying? And there's actually mothers that they actually sit there and contemplate in their mind rationally how to kill their kids, or, you know what I'm saying, think about it, ponder it, fantasize. These type of people can actually think they can get away with it. You know what I'm saying? And keep pushing the hype, it just pushes those people that would accept that energy out the case, just giving them more, you know what I'm saying, giving them more fuel. I think that's a con. Can be. So then you got people arguing She's guilty, she's innocent, guilty, innocent, guilty, draining energy off each other, blah, 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 tension among the people, destabling factors again amongst the society. So then we got the, the backlash from those who fear criminals can get away with anything. The flip side of the, get away with anything. You got, I call them the Snoopy, bougie, conservative, mold factor, high elite people that think they're better than everybody else, to really fall susceptible to this. To where, like, when you think you got everything, you think everybody wants your everything. Do you know what I'm saying? So, if you got a bunch of people running around not respecting the justice system, thinking they can get away with killing their kids, and you like, man, people was wild and I got everything and they want my stuff, you're going to tighten up, you know what I'm saying? So much that they add a vibe of anal retentiveness to the pot of chemistry called society. Alright, so, and then finally, you could twist and manipulate this case, especially from a perspective of government, welfare, child protective, and this case can enable exaggerated focus on parents and parenting in a big brother kind of a way, looking down and like, oh man, since the Casey case, we need to clamp down on parenting and actually be invading rights, natural rights, you know what I'm saying, of parents and stuff. Just another angle, because one of the more profound ways when the government wants to intrude upon us is to actually act like they're intruding upon us for our own safety or health. So this case also allows, like, oh no, we can't allow this, an exaggeration of, oh no, we can't allow this to happen again. And people who don't really even care about that, just want a reason to intrude into your circle and to your family, yeah, they can take advantage of that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, and pretty much, so those are the cons, and I think the cons outweigh the pros in my book. So I really wanted to just say, best wishes to the soul of Kaylee. You know what I'm saying? Best wishes to the soul. I mean, I feel for Casey, actually, in this case as well. Anybody involved in the case, you know what I'm saying? Best wishes, most, good energy, good vibe your way. May things happen and develop and learn, lessons learned for you, where everything gets, grows in love. Because the tree on the photography tip, that joint looks sweet. That's all.
Okay, okay.
And you on?
Standing still. This form, I can't reconcile the situation. Destiny binds me to something I can't reach. Meanwhile, my shoulders can't condone much more. Running petrified, not knowing which door. Malicious mates trying to make war. Projects begun, nothing near conclude. Rocking my mind, I must disperse this mood. My higher power wraps my soul. Break the evil that holds the control. I sense it. Let's make the correction. Go beyond life work of reflection. Not going to apologize for being outspoken. Not going to become something to burden. In the eyes of others, this age is long. How so wrong? That business is my own. My surroundings is no longer unknown. Resilient is always to the challenge faced. Time flies, but not a minute left to waste. Surface the fear I must overcome. Ignore common trash, cause they're nothing but scum. Walk free, exhale, there is perception. Standing still, nah, that's no longer my direction.